Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Artsume Shae, if you didn't know already. And today I am going to be doing some work for a very exciting thing upcoming, and that is my very first art booth. So I will be tabling at a local event in October, which is now. I've had like art tables here and there, but not as consistently. It's not really a thing that I can do consistently since I'm not as in the habit of having like, you know, merch and things like that. But more and more I am diving into commerce, and of course I want to use these opportunities to spread the word and share more about my comic series Space Ultima. So yeah, I'm going to utilize this to not only sell some really cool fun goodies, but to also sell some Space Ultima merch and just really spread the word about my comic. Today I will be working on two things. One is going to be printing out my art prints. So I'll be connecting my printer, getting those nice and printed out. I could cut them at home, but I don't have like that big guillotine cutter. So more than likely I'm gonna print them here, and then I'm going to take them to a FedEx or somewhere and then be able to cut multiples all at once. I really hope one of these places has like one of those bulk cutters. So that will be very necessary, especially if I want to be able to cut them quickly and potentially in one sitting. Another thing is that I did buy some supplies off of Amazon, things that I'm going to be utilizing to help decorate my table. I'm going to try to put that together over the course of the time leading up to my art booth. I'm going to kind of make like my faux table in person here at home, and then I'll be able to get an idea of how my booth setup needs to be at the actual events. So that'll be really cool. I'll be able to like really test it out and stuff. So I do have a few items that I've already gotten, and I'll probably be unboxing some stuff that's come in and I haven't opened yet. So I'll be able to show you all everything that I got going on. And I'm also very excited for when this does eventually conclude, because my office is a mess. It's a really good thing that I had, you know, pretty much decorated it however I wanted, because not gonna lie, it's like a lot of like junky things, but that's bound to happen, especially when I have an operation like this that I'm putting together. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my files open and start printing. Editing Shae, just want to let you all know the next segment is gonna sound like the radioactivity detection from Fallout. I realized that my necklace kept hitting my microphone, so that's why it sounds like that. All right, so while that is printing, I am actually gonna go ahead and show you some things that I've gotten for my art table. So I'm gonna do a little bit of unboxing. And these are things that are like really just staples when it comes down to having an art booth or a table, especially just general vending. And depending on if the product is like really good, then I'll be sure to link it in the description, so that way I don't gatekeep the things that could really come in handy for you. I'm also realizing I'm probably gonna have to put some of these things together, so. Alrighty, so first thing that we have are some clear bags. These are just general clear bags that you put things like stickers or photo cards in. So let's see how it looks. Oh, I shot one at me. Yeah, awesome. So right there, it's got the little pull away sticky, so that way I can fold it and put it in nice. I don't know if this is like a necessary thing, but I do know that I'm kind of limited when it comes down to packaging. So I don't want someone to walk away with an item and not have any protection, like from food or drink or something like that, or dirt. So I just figured this is probably gonna be, starting out, the best thing I can do for packaging. And then I have the 8.5 by 11 version. So the maximum size of the prints I plan on having is probably just gonna be on an 8 by 5. So I figured this would be really good. And even if I do have like a mini print, I can put it in here, fold it in half, and it'd be protective. So those are gonna come in handy. I think both of them come in a 100 pack. Next thing I have, I was actually so surprised I stumbled upon this really at random, but I'm so glad that I did. And it is these like bendable clamps. I had never, like, I'd paid attention to booths and art tables before in like Artist Alley and things, but until actually searching for the items myself, I never knew what these things were. And so it's so good that the algorithm kind of detected I was looking for Artist Alley supplies. So yeah, it's got a clamp right here, and then it can kind of bend in whatever shape you need it to be. And then it can be, how would I do this? Oh, there we go. Then it can be clamped like that. Now, I don't care what type of clamp it is, you always really want to be very careful with how much you do push on it, because at the end of the day, it's probably costs like $6, and also it is made out of acrylic, which is not perfect. So I don't know how big of a pack this was. Let's see. So this is a 12 pack, which honestly should be enough, especially for my table supplies. Also, one of my K-pop Demon Hunter prints came out. Yes! Oh my gosh, they look so cute, and oh my god, it came out in such beautiful color. Now the only issue I find is I'm gonna have to kind of guesstimate the where I need to cut at the top. Dang. Oh well. But yes, it came out really, really nice. Very high quality. Yes. We're looking good, boys. All right, the next thing that I got were these mini clamps. So these mini clamps, so this kind of goes into the idea that I have for my art table display, which I'll be playing around with later. But basically they're very tiny clamps. And it's basically going to allow me to clamp my prints onto the grid. That way it serves as a really cool display. So that's something that I am considering. I'm pretty sure it'll work out. Then I have my, oh no, it's plastic. Dang. That's actually not what I wanted. I wish I had looked more into that. That's probably why it was so cheap. So I got a tablecloth, and I wanted originally the the kind of stretchy tablecloth, the one that you can wrap around and it actually like kind of stick to the table, if that makes sense. The only bad thing about plastic is if you bump something or clip something onto the table, it'll have a higher chance of ripping. So unless this is like super heavy duty, which I hope that it is, then I will definitely need to invest in an actual cloth tablecloth. All right, so this I got, it is a 4-tier card display. So I'm gonna crack that open, and I mean, I might as well put it together, so. All right, so let's see how it goes. All right, so it should not be too hard to build, and it looks like it's like sturdy, but don't have to worry about it breaking apart. Okay. Oh, okay, this one's the taller version. Oh, there we go. Okay. Now there are two different types. There's this taller version, and then there's the type that is a little bit more like wide from the back instead of being tall. I got this one because I wanted to be able to see everything on display. This does not interfere with this in terms of being able to view it. So when you view the stickers, it'll be in full view. It'll be in full view of the person looking at the stuff. So that is essentially why I chose to get this one instead. It's acrylic, but it's like more on the plasticky side. So I don't think that that's bad, but we'll see how long it survives. Okay, cool. All right, so here it is in all of its glory. item in the row in front is not going to protrude or get in the way of what's behind it. And then I get one of these and I just connect it like that, and then boom, I've got the next item right there. And I can put a display up saying what it is. Well, probably not like that. Probably do it like this. There we go. So yeah, then my little display sign goes like that. Okay, we come in together. All right, so that's that. And then I have one more item in here. It is the book stand. So another thing that I plan on doing is having a sample of my comic on display. So it's got a sticky on it, so we just gotta take that off. And then what I hope to do is I hope to have it like this. And then it'll say like in front or on the cover, it'll say sample, because I really want people to be able to, sign up for more updates on whenever Space Ultima gets printed physically. So yeah, that's where that is. They gave me 6 of them. So I was looking all over the place to try and see if they just had like a single, which most of the time when it comes to Amazon, they don't. So I have 6 of them, which I'll probably lend to anybody else who I know who needs a book stand display. There we go. There we go. So it'll be fully clear, which is great because once again, we don't have to worry about the images being interrupted. All right, so those are just a few things that I've gotten off of Amazon so far. Another thing that I got off of Amazon, I'm going to put together and show you. But yeah, the rest of the kind of construction of the booth is gonna be like semi-secret, mostly because I'm still kind of brainstorming it and all that good stuff. But believe me, you guys are all going to see what it looks like when it all comes together on the special day of the event. All right, so the next item to showcase that I got are grids. These are very interesting because they're very difficult to put together. What I've created so far, I'm actually surprised is like sturdy. And yeah, I was able to put together, and I'm just gonna go ahead and kind of draft out the fortress, I should call it, because I'm not gonna lie, sometimes I'll go through Artist Alley and there's so much stuff between you, the viewer, and the artist. Like it feels like a fort construction. But I mean, I'm sure that's just for fun. But yeah, I'm gonna put these together and hopefully I can construct the image in my mind that I have. I've been looking at a lot of other Artist Alley table setups and I've gained some inspiration. But yes, overall I've seen a lot of different table setups and I've taken some inspiration from them. So I'll be putting those together and kind of create a layout idea that hopefully works out, but we'll see. Okay, cool. So this is the setup. Here we go. This is a display print, but my idea is to have them clipped on like so. Like that. This is a neon sign that I think would be really cool Okay, this is getting wobbly. I'm scared. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's gonna look cool. Once again, I'm just gonna have a little bit more stuff. Oh, there's just so much parts to this that at this moment in time seems unpredictable and also uncharted territory. But the only way to do is to do it, and I just hope that, you know, I think success is gonna come from accomplishing it and it not being perfect. But all I have to do is just do it. So anyway, I'm just blabbing at this point. Gonna call it a night here though. Good morning, everybody. It is currently Sunday. It is a very wet and rainy, drizzly Sunday, and today is getting some work done. Little update since last time. I finally buckled down and got genuine ink for my printer. Okay, so I changed the ink cartridge, and this is how it's been printing. This is very different. Like that is very different. You see it? Now the other thing that might be an issue, this is the Home Depot version, or not Home Depot. It's the Office Depot version. Pixelated, washed out, like what the heck? And it's funny because when I replaced the ink cartridges with the genuine Canon print ink, I saw that the Office Depot version of ink, they basically refilled the ink cartridges because when I looked, it said Canon on them. Now, I don't know if that means it was Canon ink or for Canon products. I would guess that they probably repurposed or refilled recycled Canon ink cartridges. I don't know. But regardless, it was not nearly as saturated enough. So I replaced it and I started printing, and I was back to having very nice, highly saturated prints. So I was really happy about that. I finished printing out everything that I needed that were mini prints, and also took a chance on the cutter. Gotta remember to say cutter. Sorry, my cognitive brain functions are just now kicking in now that I have my coffee. But yeah, I tested it out. I did also do some test stickers, but I did them with like very basic cutout shapes. So all of them were like kind of square or rectangular size. And I was still finding that there was a little bit of offset. Some people said, I found this one artist who was like, I cut my stickers out by hand. And I was like, dang, like I see your point. But yes, I dropped my dog off at the groomers, so I am going to take full advantage of her being out and about. That way I can try and get as much done.
We went to the beach, but it was way too high, and apparently I just have to go back. That's fine. I can figure out where the bedroom is. Huh, so it's the end of the world, huh? Oh my god, how did you get into my house? Dang. So it's true after all. Well then, everything I said makes sense.
Alright, so I did some printing. I think they turned out pretty cool. Got my Pikmans. And I'm gonna be putting laminate on them and then cutting them out. These, I'm very pleased with how they turned out. I think they turned out very, very well. They're so freaking cute. I love this one especially, and I will be putting that on my on some of my personal items. So cute. They look so cute. Okay, so I have laminated my peeps. It's so funny because as you progress in doing something, you find more and more techniques on how to do that thing. So my earlier ones were okay. So I laminated these guys and there were some bubbles. So it's like, ah, dang, like, you know, what can you do? I think only one of them is ruined to a point where like I won't feel comfortable selling them. Then I did this little guy, and as you can see, the sheet was very ruined. I've scrounged and like, you know, saved which ones I could. So I'll probably have to reprint the sheet and then do another laminate. Then this one turned really good, and this one I was completely able to utilize. I kind of changed my technique on how I was putting the laminate on. It's one of those things where you like double check your precision and then just like go for it. And I had this paper folder. I was using this kind of mini squeegee, which doesn't cover a lot of surface area, but this kind of like paper folder really came in handy. So that turned out much more successful. So then I was able to do Smeeski 1. Smeeski 2 came out okay. Honestly, the whole thing came out really good. The only reason I'm missing one is because I wanted this one, so I put it on my sheet. And then this one had a slight defect to it. The laminate came a little too close to his head, so I was like, I don't really care about that, so I'll go ahead and keep that one. So that one I have in my water bottle now. And then yeah, this one came out super pristine, and then this one came out really pristine as well. So I feel like every time I do a new thing with this whole manufacturing and producing, I feel like I learn something new every time. And I'm not gonna lie, this whole thing is not for the weak. And even myself, I contemplate if I should have tried this stuff out to begin with. I mean, like I said before, like I feel like I learned something new with every time I try it out. The only issue I find is that I'm kind of, you know, running out of time. So I feel like my brain is like on perfectionist mode, where every time I sit down and, you know, produce a batch of prints or stickers, I really want it to be successful the first time. So this is definitely something that takes patience, and I do not fault anybody. Here's my biggest learning from all this. If you decide that the best way to go is to just send all of your stuff to get printed, I completely understand. If you are someone who decides, I am going to print and cut and make all my things by hand, I also completely understand. I think I realized with this that there are benefits to both, and the reasoning for why I choose to do something has a lot to do with my life circumstances as well. So personally, I feel like I am doing a lot of the physical production myself for this first show. I may not do that. I may do kind of like a mixture of both for the next show. I think sticker production is not easy, and this is gonna sound kind of dramatic, but it's kind of a waste of time. I'm also working on my comic too. So when you think about physically producing something, if all I did was merch sales and all I did was online shop and things like that, then I would be probably way more patient with myself when it comes down to producing stickers and things. But because I also have my comic that I am working on and not wanting to rush the quality of work with that, I'm taking time away from working on my comic to fiddle around with a cutting machine and to laminate, and now I'm introducing hand cutting my stuff out. For all intents and purposes, it's like, So I think what I would probably do next time for my next show is I'll probably send my stickers off to be made and professionally cut, and then at home I will produce my prints, because believe me, the prints are probably the easiest part of this whole thing. Even just by using, you know, like a cutter at like my local FedEx or something like that, it's probably going to be a lot easier. But I'm still, you know, practicing and trying things out. But yeah, I think that because I am working so hard on like comic things, it probably would be smarter in the future to outsource more of my production. Hey again, editing Shae. I'm currently editing this video. I realized that I did not put in like an outro. Also, I feel like the video would have ended kind of like on a bummer note. I mean, of course, I want to be, you know, open and honest and vulnerable on the vlog, but at the same time, I do want you all to get some comfort out of it as well. But overall, like, stickers are not coming out as, you know, I would have hoped, but I think that's one of the great things about it, because if I continue to put too many, you know, big expectations on myself when it came down to really getting these stickers perfected, you know, it would really kind of like halt me and prevent me from focusing on the things that do really work well. So like I said before, it's going to be, you know, a learning curve, and I've already learned so much when it comes down to the entire merchandising area and arena. But everybody who does have that down, kudos to you, first of all. You guys are the GOAT. But yeah, other than that, I really thank you guys all for watching this. I won't have a video out next weekend because I will be on vacation. So yeah, you guys of course will see what I get up to on that vacation. But as always, I really appreciate you guys following, liking, subscribing, and engaging in the comments with, you know, all my different videos. And for the peeps who have just now joined on to the channel, hi, thank you and welcome. Yeah, and I really can't wait to continue on my journey and for you all to follow me on my journey, especially when it comes down to doing this art vending thing. But yes, thank you all for joining me, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!